I've failed a lot. I've stand in front of a crowd and I've blacked out then. I've uploaded videos that had no views whatsoever. And I've done a ton of meetings that I didn't prepare beforehand, making me lose face in such a group. And failing in the moment is hard. You feel embarrassed and ashamed. And your self-esteem, it just it plummets to the ground. Well, let me tell you this. You tell yourself that you're an untalented piece of shit who is even stupid for trying. And to make it even worse, you replay these moments over and over in your head, as if reliving it will somehow change what happened. Well, let me tell you this. The number one thing that helps me deal with failure is learning how not to take things personally. And this is hard. But once you can separate your identity from failure itself and approach it more practically, the quicker you're able to get over it then and get back to trying. I mean, can you even imagine how hard it would be for an investor like me who just loses money on the stock market just because I made a wrong choice? Does it mean that I have to stop just because I made a mistake? Or think I'll have to get my money out because otherwise, all my money notes will leave me? No. Do you really think this is gonna happen? There's a reason why you have to learn to get up again after failing every time again, because failing is a part of a learning process. And as long as you know this, getting up after a failure shouldn't be that hard. Now in this video today, I want to share with you how you can use failure to make you succeed in making money. Not only in a job, but also on a stock market. And if you stay until the end, I'll even share with you a great method that you yourself can use and apply on yourself to overcome the feeling of failure and work towards your success. Now, step number one, there is no success without failure. And I get it, this sounds very cheesy, but hey, it is true, because it's like a kid trying to get up and learn to walk. Because, if you see a child failing after not being able to stand up, and if they would just say I'm not gonna walk anymore, well, it's not gonna be like that, because they have the urge to walk already. And this is the exact same thing, just like investing your money on the stock market. Yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we sometimes make the wrong choice and we lose money. But hey, investing your money, we already do that. We want to be making money on the long term. If we lose a little bit of money today, it's actually learning money. And you might be thinking, learning money? Really, Lucas? Yeah, we gotta use the money to learn. And sometimes we buy a course to learn something. We invest in a certain education. And sometimes it's just the money to use and apply. Because, you gotta do something to fail something. You gotta do something to get something. You gotta put in effort to get out effort. And this is why my question to you is in step number one, what is your sacrifice? What would you like to sacrifice to be able to gain something else? Now you might be thinking, Lucas, really? Are we going to talk about sacrificing? Well, I'll tell you this. There's one thing you're always sacrificing all the time. And yes, the concept is time. You're sacrificing your time the moment you're not making a choice. If you're not making a choice in your life in what should I do with my failure? I failed. I know I failed. It feels crappy and I don't want to be in this situation anymore. Not now, not in the future. I get that. But as long as you don't want to see the facts, as long as you don't want to confront yourself with this, what happens is you're sacrificing your time of your life. And yes, I've seen all those movies and series that say, ooh, I see a number above your head. Well, yeah, you're sacrificing your time. If you don't take any action, if you just leave the situation as is, then what you're doing is you're sacrificing your time in order to become successful. You're not doing it. You're making that choice. And I'm sorry, but I see a lot of people doing that. And I hope that you are not one of them. Now, step number two of using this failure to become a success is I actually like the concept of ELMO. You might be thinking, ELMO? Yes, you tend to see this concept being used in meetings. ELMO stands for enough, let's move on. Well, it's a good concept. I've seen it very often. I mean, you shouldn't be dwelling on the mistakes you made. You gotta accept your mistakes, move on. And the same goes for investing. Okay, you failed, you made a wrong choice, you lost some money. But I'll tell you this, what have you learned from it? Note down your process, note down your progress. What have you done? Remember all the steps that you've taken to get to where you are today. And yes, I tend to use this ELMO concept very, very often to all my students, because yes, the moment I've taught them all the tricks and all the strategies and all the methods I have done myself, how come they can still make a mistake? Well, I'll tell you this. It's not that my strategy is waterproof or anything. It's more like we have human emotions. We are still humans. So yes, we do make mistakes. And if you do, hey, what you do is you gotta learn to accept them. You gotta ELMO the situation. You gotta say, let's move on now. And this is why. The moment I talk to my students and they get, a bit grumpy and say like, Lucas, this is not working out. I don't like it anymore and blah, 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 blah. The moment they do so, I'm like, dude, you gotta ELMO the situation out of this. The first thing they're laughing, because sometimes I have my ELMO doll with me. They're like, really, Lucas? I'm in a shit situation. You're getting the stupid doll of yours? But they already know what to do the moment they see that doll. They already know they gotta take a step. And it says, accept the situation as is, let go, and move on. Now, step number 3 in overcoming this failure is you gotta believe in opportunities. Because if you just wait for an opportunity to pass by, I'll tell you this, you already know this is not gonna work. But the moment you've accepted the mistake from step number 2, you're already thinking like, it is time to move on and start looking for opportunities again. The moment you do that, the moment you already think, I'm gonna make the best out of this situation, what's gonna happen is you will find more opportunities. You will come across more opportunities. You'll see opportunities all of a sudden that you couldn't see before. Because hey, in the end, if you're good enough, you already know, I already see the opportunities laying around. Now, the interesting thing is this, you might most likely already know T. Harv Eker. He actually would say, rich people see opportunities, poor people see obstacles, whereas rich people focus on rewards and the poor focus on risk. No matter how many bad days there are on the stock market, as long as you've chosen the right stock, the good days will come again. And then, yes, you've bought a bunch of cheap stocks that says, let's go make this dude rich because he just bought us and he believed in us. So no matter what opportunity passes you by, and no matter what situation you are in, you always have to see and look for all the opportunities that are around you and say, hey, I'm an opportunity. Would you like to look into me? And this is how you will see and find new opportunities again that will help you succeed in life again. And yes, you gotta just believe a little bit in the opportunities that pass you by. And some opportunities just don't fit you, and that's totally fine. The only thing is, do your due diligence, know what fits you, and get started. Now, since you stayed until the end of this video, I actually want to give you a little challenge to help you out. Now, the moment you actually come into a certain failure situation, you know what I always tell my students and my clients? I always tell them, you know what? Make a list of your successes. Make a list of all the things that you are capable of. The moment you come across a rainy day, the moment you actually don't see the next day anymore, the moment you actually think, this is the end, take a look at your list. The moment you see your success list, you'll think, oh yeah, this is what I'm capable of. This is what I've done. This is who I am. I know I can do it. And I'll tell you this, feeling bad is totally fine. It's okay to feel bad. But the moment you're stuck so deep that you think, I can't get out anymore, grab your list of successes. Every time you look at it, you'll feel good again. You'll think, I can do it. I've done it before and I can do it again. It's a motivational way to get yourself standing up again and thinking, I don't have to be alone. I know I can do this. I know I've done this before in the past and I know I will do it again. Make a success, and this is how successful people get up again, every day again, after a failure or after a win. This is how you can make a change as well. And thank you very much for watching today's video. If you liked the video, of course, be sure to hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, be sure to click that subscribe button, because that's the way how you and I can grow together in this community. And of course, if you want to be notified, be sure to click the notification bell as well. And of course, if you haven't checked out my latest book yet, be sure to click the link down below to get your own copy now. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy investing, and bye-bye.